So we're waiting on stuff for John Malecki's truck, and we got some other work to do. And our producer's out of town, so we're gonna sneak a video in without him knowing and just worry about, you know, his rage when he comes back. It's gonna be fun. Oh, and we're working on a 7.3 Powerstroke. Ta-da! This here tractor engine that belongs in a tractor has got all the trimmings. It's girdled, forged rods, bigger cam, big boy injectors, like big injectors. I don't remember. Red, aren't these like 400s?
I think so.
Yeah. So basically, if you take a garden hose and just stick it into the cylinder, that's what these are. And it's going in here. A flatbed work truck. Manual transmission flatbed work truck. Because this guy just wants to party, I guess. So, we're going to put some parts on. So, since we don't have a bed for John Malecki's truck, which is on its way, I hear it might even be in Michigan. Our friends over at JMR Rebuilders, they sourced us a bed from down in Georgia, and I believe it is now in Michigan, and I think we are going to pick that up this week. But once we have that bed, we can center the cab and get that project moving, but until then, it's kind of stuck where it is. So, we're going to put this wannabe race car together, because this is our normal stuff. This is what we do every day, all day. Somebody didn't leave a goober on the end of this to make it easily accessible. Now this is TA31. This was designed by Ford for the 7.3 Powerstroke. This isn't a hack or some BS. This is how they came from the factory, and this is how we put them back together. Here, what is in this box? We got an Adrenaline HPOP. Look at this. I actually didn't know this truck was getting dual pumps. I should have read the work order. Now look at that. Beautiful, beautiful piece of aluminum. Now this is going to go right about there. The only other thing that drives me nuts is we always put on the other housing, which is going to be like that.
Do this before you put it in, because
the thingies?
That comes out.
Yeah, the sleeve?
For your gear adjustment.
Yeah,
to adjust your lash.
Yeah. And it's shaped like an egg, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thinner here, thicker there.
Yep.
So you spin it. I got you. I'm not putting it on right now. I'm just showing everybody. Oh, there's a dot. That was the dot we were looking for a long time ago, I think.
Yep.
Which is on the thin side of it. All right. But we never sell them the other half. So we have a stock housing on this big, beautiful thing, which is cool and all. But come here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It looks just like that. So stock upper half still goes back on, but then you have this big, beautiful billet piece. Now they do sell all this, but we never seem to sell it to the customer. If I get this to go on and prove that they fit, we immediately have to take them off. Okay, ready? If we wait any longer, this fucker ain't coming off. Oh, see? I told you. You'd think if it was assembly lube, it would just come off. But it don't. So, we use the assembly lube on the triple turbo truck, and we thought that it was just going to blow them off. We'll come to find out, it actually does the same thing as a hairspray. Just getting the paint off. That's all. Just the paint. So we're going to put these headers on before we take the motor off of that stand so we can put the recover on. They do a phenomenal job. Not only will the ceramic coat dissipate some heat, but it provides some rust protection. And it just looks so darn good. Okay.
Yeah, that one's different than the ones I got.
Well, you do have an OBS. Some people like to put this much money into a 7.3 because they are reliable work trucks. They really are. When it comes to the high performance side of it, yeah, people get sentimental. I guess that's what I'll say is sentiment. A lot of guys would rather spend the money on a 30-year-old truck than buy a new one. You know, I get it. You know, if you go through these things and put some good parts on them, they last a long time. But you know, they last a long time from the get-go too. But if you go through them and you put big turbos and lots of fuel, well, nothing lasts a long time when you put big turbos and lots of fuel. I don't care what it is. Yep. But we got our headers on, we got our oil cooler on, we got our pickup tube on, we got our front cover on. I got to get this engine on this stand so I can put the rest of this motor together, and then we can stuff it in that hole. I'm not really ready for the water pump just yet, so it's just a little trick so the front cover sits down all the way. We're going to take these bolts. I'm sorry, they're nuts. And we're going to do a little something like this. Now this is only temporary, just so the RTV will set where I want it to set. Needed one more. Dylan, aka Radio, is standing behind the camera looking a little, well, less than enthused. What's going on, bud?
Oh, let's see. Kodiak stuff. So, came to ask you if we should continue on with this. It's probably about 30 minutes worth of work. So the wire for the alternator that goes on the passenger side, over, up, across the block, back, then back over to the passenger side, and then down to the starter, it rotted off. That's what the problem is.
Well, that's fun. Well, yeah, go ahead if it's only going to be under an hour. Billet low pop, right?
I don't know.
I'm guessing it does.
I don't know if Mario put it over there, but there was like a melling box.
Yeah, I got it. It's getting the mellings. I got it. It's getting the mellings. This is the low pressure. This is the low pressure oil pump. So this is the rotor, and my fingers would be the crankshaft. It needs a little lube. My fingers would be the crankshaft, and this would spin, and it squeezes the oil, pulling it from the pickup tube, pushing it up the front cover to the high pressure oil pump reservoir. After lubricating the engine, the high pressure oil pump reservoir then has pressure and a little reserve in it. The high pressure oil pump is here, which sends oil to the heads. The head rails here and here get pressurized with oil, and then that oil is used to squeeze out the fuel. It's called a HEUI, and it's dumb, and it's old tractor stuff, but it does work. More of a common rail guy myself. So that's cast iron, and that's gonna rust, and I didn't realize that that wasn't prepped. So this needs a little paint, because it is going to be a rusty mess if we don't paint it. Now this barely can be seen after the crank dampener's put on, which is a fluid dampener in this case. Like I said, this thing's getting all the trimmings. And for those of you who don't know what a fluid dampener is, your harmonic balancer that is on the front of the engine is a vibration dampener. A stock 7.3 would have a rubber one. Well, this one's getting a fluid one, and it's not actually fluid. It's like a almost like a gelatin. It's really cool. We have a bottle upstairs with a BB in it. You can watch it. It's kind of fun to play with, but brings vibration down quite a bit, especially on this engine that is going to be scooting with the garden hose nozzle injectors that it has. But we did some work as you asked, so stop asking, would you please? We do get our hands dirty, and the John Malecki build is coming. Our boys at JMR Rebuilders found us a bed, so then we can set that cab and get that project rolling, because the body shop is dying for that cab. And there's another video coming soon where you'll see some work on that truck and a little laser action happening on the floor. So nonetheless, we'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe.